Ladies and gentlemen, by popular demand and high levels of requesting, we have returned for round 2 of questions with the parents.
Q&A.
I have a bunch here, and a lot of people are curious about how things have been since last time. I have from Ryland P.
Wow.
Ask them how they are. I'm a fan of formalities. How are you guys doing?
I thought he was going to talk. Go ahead.
It's been a great year since the last time we had the good fortune of being on a Q&A.
Uh-huh.
Health-wise, I think that things are certainly as good as we would like them to be. Hopefully get a little bit better. In the meantime, we've had the opportunity to do a wonderful trip to Machu Picchu. And just really enjoyed that. I know Jesse's told everybody about it, but things have been good. And Uncle Wormy is fine. He's
a lot of questions about Uncle Wormy.
Got a wonderful garden going this year. Those worms have done a great job.
We already had our first tomato.
Had our first tomato before the 4th of July, which has always been something we shot to do. But yeah, things are good. Things are good. And particularly a shout out to our peeps in Sweden.
What? What?
I don't know
what?
why. He gets into these things.
What happened to you?
I think it's from the last time. Remember I said something about...
Are you missing a tooth?
Yes.
I'm missing a tooth.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
what happened to that?
He bit into a sandwich and his tooth fell out yesterday.
Wait, yesterday?
We went down to the banh mi place.
Yeah.
Down beside the
Great.
it Elmark, the Los Angeles Museum.
Oh, was that one of those fake ones?
He had a cap in there.
Oh. I'm sorry. It just took me by surprise. I've never not seen that.
Did he smile? Is that why?
Oh, that was a big smile. And I was like,
oh God, you better not smile.
I was smiling
You
more.
look like you're
That's
from Kentucky.
yeah. Wait a minute.
Question the second.
Okay. So,
we didn't get a chance to see how you
Was it banh mi? Is that how you say
Banh
it?
mi, yeah.
What happened in the year for you?
I had a good year.
You had a good year?
Okay.
Anything special good?
No.
Okay.
okay. This question is from
We had a nice time here.
there's H.
Hey, H.
Hey H. Why did you name Jesse Jesse?
Oh boy, what a story that is. Go ahead.
Is it a story?
Yes, it is.
Well,
What a story.
his mother would not agree on Thud. I thought that would be
Thaddeus or something you wanted.
Thud or Thad, Thuddius. I thought Thud would be a good name.
Something.
But she
It
wouldn't
was
go
ugly.
for Thud.
It was worse than Jesse. And I had said,
And Jesse's bad.
Well,
but it
I
was
had said
worse than Jesse.
If it was your dad was going to name the baby either way, because he had already picked out Sarah for the girl, and then if it was a boy,
So I could have been Sarah? Sarah Cox?
Could have been Sarah, except.
With an H.
Uh-huh.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know it was in your head. So anyway.
No one does.
No one does.
So you
Years
were-
later, no one does.
You were born and you had bright red hair, like a fire engine. And your dad said that you reminded him of your family. And you wanted to name him after your grandfather.
My grandfather's name is Jesse.
And so I said, okay, well, if you name him after your grandfather, then the middle name will be my uncle.
Jackson.
And that's how you ended up with 2 names.
With
Jesse-
Jesse Lewis Cox.
Jesse Lewis.
Uncle Louis
Uncle
died
Louis.
7 days before you were born.
That's my middle name. There you go. There you go, Internet. Update the Wikipedias.
There you go. Uncle Louis.
Oh, poor Dad. Now you're just like, I
can't
couldn't smile.
man.
I couldn't smile.
Can't smile, man.
That's okay. I did Giant Zit and did a vlog,
I saw
so
it.
you're
We
fine.
applaud you for that effort. We'll get it fixed. Everything's
It
fixable.
looks hysterical.
It does look great.
No,
It does look very funny.
Uncle
he
Wormy.
needs that right now.
That is Uncle Wormy. You are
Right.
becoming the character.
Right.
Uncle Wormy.
That's what he needs, that right.
Speaking of Uncle Wormy,
Yes.
I like this question. Lufro wants to know, what are Uncle Wormy's thoughts on potatoes?
Oh.
What?
I do have thoughts on potatoes.
Oh, he planted potatoes.
I'm
this year.
growing potatoes this year for the first time ever. I've never grown potatoes before, and they are growing very well. And to all my young friends out there who are thinking about the agricultural world, growing potatoes perhaps is real easy. All you do is just kind of cut them up in quarters, Maybe let them in a dark spot for a while so they'll grow eyes, and stick them in the ground, and voila! Before you know it, you got a little
If
plant.
you have old potatoes, you cut them.
I don't.
Cut them up and stick them.
Well, that's
in a
growing
pot.
potatoes. What are your thoughts on potatoes?
Potatoes.
Maybe Peruvian potatoes.
Peruvian potatoes are the best. There's so many of them. The best one looks like a little green dog turd.
That's what you like.
And once you get past
It was good. It was good.
Guys
once
like
you
that.
get past
The
that,
fact that it looks like a little turd, it was great.
it was great. Baked, fried, boiled, battered, beaten. You name it.
Basically, you're like Sam from The Hobbit.
You can't beat a
Or no,
spud.
Lord of the Rings.
Potatoes, they're in my blood.
Bake them, fry them, stick them in a stew.
Bake them, fry them, stick them in a stew. They're in my blood.
That's Samwise Gamgee.
That's why we're all here, as a matter of fact. That's why all the Irish are in America, because of potatoes. And so potatoes are a good thing.
Potatoes are a good thing. There you go, Internet. You have your answer.
You heard it first.
Okay. Speaking of Peru, Mom, Callie H wants to know, since Dad and I went to Peru, if you and I could go anywhere, where would we go?
Oh boy. Well, I don't really know. There's not a whole lot of places I can go.
Well, where would you like to go?
Well, if I was healthy and I could walk well, I would go to Barcelona.
Barcelona. Oh, why Spain?
Because I've always wanted to see Barcelona, Spain. I always thought it would be a beautiful place to see, and I can understand Spanish fairly well because I took 17 years of Spanish, so I can
What?
understand Spanish.
Un poquito.
You understand Spanish?
Since I was in second grade, all the way through
Can you
college.
speak Spanish?
No,
Un poquito.
but if you put me with somebody for a week, I probably could. I mean,
So
I'd have
you
to be
need at
immersed
least
in it.
you need at least 2 weeks in Spain.
You'd have to be immersed in it. But I get like when we went
Any
to
rich
Mexico,
Saudi princess out there? 2 weeks. Well,
weeks
my
in
mom
Spain.
needs 2 weeks in Spain.
When we went to Mexico that time, and we were sitting at the table, and the man was making the food at the hibachi.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember me talking to him?
No.
Okay.
All I remember from
If
that
I
is
could
Dad
speak a
fighting a
little
German
bit.
man.
He was.
I don't remember anything about that night except for Dad
I
yelling at a German
I
man.
just ignore him.
We told them,
But-
didn't we?
What did you tell him? I don't know what was happening. It was two drunk men on sake
I have
yelling
no
at
idea.
each other.
They were yelling, and I was just talking to the
I
guy.
don't remember any of that except for that one moment. That's Mexico for
Well,
me.
when we were in Mexico, one of the ladies who was at the counter, who was, you know how they had all the fresh food out and everything in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
And she asked me whether I was
Spanish.
Mexican or Spanish.
Of course,
or
when we lived in
Spanish.
San
Yeah.
Francisco-
Of course, she asked me in
No matter where
in
you go,
Mexico.
people are like,
When we
She
lived in
asked
San
me-
Francisco, the
They thought I was
landlady thought she
Jewish.
was Chinese.
Oh,
you
no.
Chinese girl?
Oh, yeah, but that was on the phone because my name was Susie Cox. So she thought I was Chinese.
Susie, all right, yeah.
No, she did. She said, "You Chinese girl."
You
And I
get
said, "No."
Mediterranean
But
a lot.
You were a baby.
Middle Eastern. You can fit in wherever you go.
We lived at 22nd and Lake in San Francisco in the Richmond district. You were a baby.
By the way,
And
if
we
you want to
lived
go see
above-
that old house and you're in San Francisco,
Beautiful.
go stalk it now,
We were in
Internet.
the
It's
upstairs
right
flat.
across
We were
from
in a
it's
second
right
floor
across
flat.
from Baker Beach, and the lady above us, Mrs. Lee.
Below us, honey.
No, she was
below
above us. She
No,
would come down and check my garbage all the time.
No, she was below us.
She
What?
was walking the house. She was above us. The
No, she
garage
was
was below
below
us.
us.
No, you don't.
What?
remember. Anyway, no, Mrs.
She
Lee was
taught me
very
how
clean.
to wrap the garbage can.
Oh, I thought you were gonna stop. She taught me how to rap, and I was like, oh.
She taught me how to
Go
wrap
on.
the garbage can.
She was very clean.
She had
She
a
wanted to make
specific
sure
way
whoever
with
was in her
newspaper
house
was
was
around the
clean.
garbage can, inside of the garbage can.
Oh, so it didn't leak.
Didn't leak.
And
The
since
leak was
I'm kind
bad.
of OCD like you, even my bathroom, she would even go underneath the bathroom sink and check to make sure that it was clean.
Wait, why? She's the
Okay.
landlord, not your.
Oh, no.
She was very nice. That was part of the condition. We went to the Park Presidio Church, Park Presidio,
Methodist Church.
at the Methodist Church, and
Korean Methodist
The
Church.
Methodist minister knew this family, and they wanted to rent, but they just didn't want to rent to
Not
anybody.
just anybody.
So they gave us. We paid half the rent. We lived in a really nice place. Paid half the rent. They would rent to anybody else. But the stipulation was we had to keep it clean. And
Keep
so-
you quiet. So
and-
we
and it
tried to
was-
gag you a lot.
No, we didn't.
You had this thing
You
around your
never
mouth
made a
that
lot
you
of
wore.
noise. But it was
Had
pretty.
a little,
it was
little
really
ball,
neat.
we kind
It
of
was a
strapped it
neat
into your
place.
I
mouth.
want to know where you guys got that from,
Huh?
Dad.
Down the street, right down the street. There's
What are you
stores that sold all
talking
kinds of
about?
stuff like
That's
that.
awful. You're awful.
What? I think it was called. It was
go
called
there?
Good Vibrations, as a matter of fact. I think it was
Stop
the name of
it.
Good,
Your father's
good,
sick.
good, good vibrations.
He's a sick man.
When you walked in, so they played. It was great.
But when you were little, they had a Halloween. We dressed you up like a cat.
Me and you were cats.
And you guys
and
were
I
in the
were
parade
cats.
on Clement Street for Halloween.
Yeah, we
You
had
were
whiskers,
So cute.
we had whiskers.
You were so guy.
Yeah.
You're a year old.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Thank God. Moving on.
Don't
Anyway,
put that part in about
anyway,
that
Barcelona
terrible
is the
stuff.
answer to that question.
Barcelona, that's where we were. Nuka Cat says, what was the last video game either of you remember playing, and what was your impression of it?
I'm playing the Attorney game right now.
What game is that?
You know, Ace Attorney.
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney? Uh-huh, and your impression?
You know, I don't know, it's something to do. It's not exciting or anything. But if you just wanted it, it's kind of like reading a book, but you have to figure out the next step. But sometimes it doesn't make any sense because it's really not American law. So you have to think differently because I think it's done by the Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't think like, oh, you're in the United States and it's U.S.
How
law.
often do you shout, objection?
Yeah, all the time. Objection! Yeah. But I'm good at it. So
She's good at
I
it.
enjoy progressing through it. So that one's good. I still play, I know you're going to laugh, I play Crush every day. Saga.
Oh,
Candy
man.
Crush Saga.
Oh, man.
I
TV's
play
going to come
that
get you.
every day.
TV's going to come get you.
I enjoy it. I'm really a pie, too. But I've gone really far in that. But I enjoy that just because it reminds me of like a Tetris game or something like that. So I really enjoy that game. So, but I'm not into like car games or like that one that you gave me where the car, you had to be the cop and drive the car. And
Oh, Ellen Noir?
L.A. Noir. I'm terrible
drive
at
very
driving.
well.
She made the computer drive for her, yeah. I remember that. You were like, I found out you can just let it drive for you.
No, I couldn't do it. I mean, I was fine with it, but I couldn't stand driving the car. So I'm not good with motor skills.
Neither am I, so we're okay.
Yeah.
If people have seen me drive cars in games, I'm not the best. Dad, what's the last game you remember playing?
Oh, so that's the issue. I don't remember too much. But I think Tetris was probably the last computer game I've ever played.
Play Scrabble with me.
I did play Scrabble.
That's not really a computer game, though.
It wasn't really.
No,
I remember you being into
Risk.
Tetris.
I played Risk, but I played Tetris.
I remember you owned a Game Boy.
I did own
That's
a
all
Game
I
Boy.
did.
And
We
you
would
played
link them. We would
Tetris.
link
That's
them.
the last
We
time
would
he's
link them,
played
and I'd
Tetris.
kick your ass.
He doesn't play video games.
That's
Royally.
because I was like
You were
a
3?
child.
Come on, I whooped you.
What's the
Oh
matter?
my God! Sorry, internet. Yeah, I think it was Tetris. I also enjoyed playing Asteroids, Asteroid something, and
Asteroids.
Asteroids. I like that game. And
In other words, he doesn't play video games.
Space Invaders was another one that I like to play. Caterpillar, that caterpillar go eat things. That was kind of fun.
But I like to watch people play video games more than I like to play them because I'm not really good with the, like
The moving.
quickly. Yeah, moving.
I'm not really good with the games. All right. Let's see. I got a bunch of questions here. Okay. Azure
Ooh.
wants to know,
Sure.
now that you've been to Peru, are there any other faraway places you would like to visit with your son,
Oh yes.
Uncle Wormy?
Yes. The Wormster would like to look at. Well, I'd like to go to Guatemala because there's a lot of Mayan remains there, architectural remains. I'd like to do that. I'd like to go to Angkor Wat. I think Angkor Wat would be kind of fun to go to.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All these places you want to go to, why do you want to go there?
Because they're historic in nature,
He
and
likes
also
mines.
and the real reason I think because they were all created by the aliens, and I like that aspect of our history that we may have been affected by
He listens to
extraterrestrials.
too much Coast to Coast.
And I think
Man
there's some
listens to Coast
reality
Coast
in that. I think there's some reality in that. That's all. Anyway, yeah, Angkor Wat would be great. Palenque in Guatemala would be great. Where else? I think those two places are probably next. For me, the next visit that I'm going to make is to Mesa Verde in the corner of Colorado to see the structures that were built by the American natives, American Indians, and so how similar, if any, to what was done in Peru.
There we go. I was mesmerized by the fact that you were rubbing your arm the entire.
I
was like, what is he
nervous?
doing?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I got this tooth thing. It's bothering me. I'm nervous.
Oh, you're fine.
All right.
No one
turn that
cares.
way.
Okay.
Just from now on, talk that way.
All right.
Ryan wants to know if you could buy Jesse one thing, what would it be?
Does it have to be something that you want? Or
No,
can
it's
it
just
be
what would
something
it's if you could buy me one thing, what would it be? It's just
I would buy you a barber that would come here every week.
Amen. I
Clean
do the
up your
same. I was
beard
thinking the
and
same
your neck.
thing.
I would be so happy.
Little
I
personal
would be so happy.
hygienist.
That's right. I'd buy
Instead
you
of a PA,
barber.
you get a PH.
Personal hairdresser.
so basically the one thing you would buy me is a hairdresser. Someone to
Buy you
come
a
and
haircut.
just
Barber. I guess
Buy a
you call them
haircut, a
barber
barber.
for men.
Oh, yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah,
A little trim
get
here.
you a barber.
A little trim back here.
What?
Yeah, get you a barber.
Yeah.
All right then. That's good to
A
know.
barber or a what do you call those people? Trainer.
Okay. Great.
That would be good. Those are two. Otherwise, what do you need?
What if I found a barber
even
and
like
trainer? Would that be
That would be
would
good.
that be acceptable?
You don't like anything.
I don't
You don't like
I don't
things.
like anything.
You're not into things. So there's
you're not into things.
I
That's
don't know what I
true.
would buy you. You don't
Okay.
want anything, so
This question comes from Jonathan Yu, who wants to know.
Is that EWE?
No, it's just the last initial.
Oh. Okay.
If you had the power, what celebrity would you want to date your son?
oh wow.
What celebrity?
What's
If you had the power. Do you know celebrities?
Yeah. Melissa.
Melissa who?
Melissa that is Tammy.
Who?
But she's married.
Who is that? Melissa Tammy?
she
I
plays
think.
Tammy.
Remember she was in Buffalo and
She's
she
in
used to come
Molly.
to the house.
I don't.
Remember?
I don't know what anything. I don't know what.
That's not who that is.
No, that's not who it is.
That's not a celebrity.
Oh, I'd like to see the celebrity be, I'm really torn, because there's some
Rip
celebrities.
Torn?
Rip
That's
Torn?
not.
No, I don't want you to date Rip Torn.
He's also dead.
Old for you.
He's also dead. So
I would say,
hold on. Where's Dad's answer?
Well, I'm torn between, me. I love.
Kardashians.
Oh,
What?
no Kardashians or Kardashians. No.
All right. So who?
I'm thinking.
Oh God. Joan
I don't know. I don't know too many celebrity women.
All the celebrities you know are just things you see on TV at like 3 in the afternoon.
Well,
You don't know any celebrities. You guys are gonna match me with people who are like 16 years too old for me.
No.
Joan Rivers is 85.
I like. Who's a celebrity girl? Who's a celebrity?
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Let's get it out.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Who's a celebrity girl? She was on the. She's dark haired, tiny little girl. I think she's was on the show with the kids who were in Minnesota or someplace, and they were like teenagers and they smoked open.
Oh, Mila Kunis?
Mila Kunis.
Oh, she's
call.
cute.
I'd like you.
She's
yeah,
cute.
see, I can see that.
I'll let her know. I'll call her up and be
know
like,
if you want.
Mila Kunis, my parents say we should be
I
together.
think that she's with Kutcher.
Oh, he's a punk.
He left. What's her name? The older lady.
Well, he's a punk. He's a kid.
Bruce Willis's old woman.
He's a little punk. All right.
Gossip with mom and dad.
And then,
I don't know.
Okay.
isn't it terrible how that happened? That was awful.
Awful.
It was awful. I
Bruce,
felt sorry
poor
for her,
Bruce.
but she should have
Oh,
known
yeah.
from the beginning.
Yeah,
I mean, he
yeah.
was like her son's age.
That's right.
So, get real. All right.
Paul S. wants to know, any good stories from your teaching days?
Dad has the best
I
stories.
got many stories.
Go.
All my students were kind of. Only taught English for 3 years, and then I taught at the college level, so I don't have any really good stories. But you have some good stories because you spent 10 years as a teacher in a public school. So.
I, on the other hand, taught the dregs. I had bus duty, cafeteria, all those
Now,
things,
I like
study
the
halls.
kid that played.
Well, that's
What was he doing, Mom?
One
What was
second,
he?
I'll tell you the story.
What was he?
He'll tell you the
Part of my
story.
responsibilities was to teach both technical education classes, and the both tech kids were in academic scenarios, surroundings, environments for a week, and then they go to wherever they went. They went to the garage or the bakery or whatever for a week. They come back and forth, back and forth. And so I struck a deal with this one class that I had, were Votech kids, that if they were great for the entire week, worked hard, did what they were supposed to do, weren't late for class, didn't beat anybody up in the hall, you know, that kind of stuff, then one of the kids in class would be able to entertain the rest of us by playing Stair Steps to Heaven on
Stairway to Heaven?
Stairway to Heaven. That's
Stair Steps to
There's
Heaven.
something about
It's been a
that.
long time.
Been a long time. So it's a Stairway to Heaven.
That's 50 years
He,
ago.
and he had his own electric guitar and a speaker system. So I said, okay. So Monday they were great. Tuesday they were really good. Wednesday they started telling each other, hey, if so-and-so's going to play, Cox will let him do it, but you got to be good. So Thursday they were angels. Finally it came to Friday. And the guy brought his guitar and his amp and did everything. And I said, all right, we're ready for you. We're all set up and go. He says, no, Mr. Cox, can we do it outside? I said, why do you need it outside? He said, well, I didn't really crank it up. I want it to be loud. I said, all right, sure. So we left the class, we went down the hallway and outside to one of the side yards, and he plugged in his amp and he went to town. And it was good, it wasn't bad. But finally at the end, and as I found out later, the real reason why he wanted to be outside was so that he could blow fire out of his mouth. So at the end of the song, he filled his mouth with lighter fluid and blew fire out of his mouth. Well, as immediately he got done and everybody's like singed and stuff. There's a knock on the window, and here's the building principal, and he just says, come on
Your
in,
dad
Jack,
was
bring him
always in
in.
trouble.
So I had a bit of a rough time after that, but that was one wonderful experience.
That was probably the highlight of his teaching career.
Yeah, that was probably the highlight of my teaching career.
The only other highlight was when we were getting married and all the football players were on the field. And
What?
Well, what happened was we
What?
were supposed to get married in the president's house at the college
This is at Bethany.
at 3:00, and
We had
the
a
problem is
scrimmage.
I like how she knows the exact
I did.
time.
We had a scrimmage at 10, actually 9 it started.
The hockey coach, the head women's hockey coach, was my maid of honor, and
The athletic trainer was the
and
best
the
man.
trainer was the best man. Well, the trainer and your dad are on the field, and the head coach decided that your dad was, I don't know, something.
I told him, I said, Coach, it's 2:45. We've been here since 10 o'clock. I said, I got to go get married in 15 minutes. He said, yeah, but before you do that, go down in the corner of the field, take these guys, I want you. I said, Coach. So I ran off the field, ran out my shorts, got dressed.
So Sally, she has to go and tell the president, hold the wedding. Jack is still on the field. We're trying to get him off the field. In the meantime, all the football players, because they think it's a great idea, made him wait because they had to run and get a bag. They had a bag full of liquor. That
Was that
was our
Wedding gift?
From them, yeah.
Was a bag full of liquor.
So we after we get married, we started making the tours of Bethany. Now Bethany is probably one of the smallest cities on earth. There's a gas station, and a bar,
I don't know,
and,
it's like
and
today,
a
that was a
store,
long time ago.
and a post office, and they're all run by the same family. There's a son who runs each one. Anyway,
Yeah, and Stubby was the butcher.
Stubby the butcher.
He was a nice man.
Nice man, not many
He doesn't
fingers.
have fingers?
Nice man. He was learning to be a
Cut off
butcher.
his fingers by mistake.
No, it's accidental portrait.
Not all at the same time.
He was a good guy, though. He just
He's a
didn't
really
have-
nice man.
Wait, so he cut off one finger and then at a later date cut off another finger.
Oh yeah, that's a,
He cut his
yeah.
fingers off.
Oh, yeah.
He was really a nice man,
Nice man,
but he
but,
just
you know,
wasn't
not
very
good at his job.
Not a good
Not a
butcher.
good butcher. Yeah.
So, but anyway, but that was
we would
another.
go. So
that
we
was
start.
ano-
So
no,
we started
can
our
talk about
honeymoon.
this
We
now.
started our
No, we
honeymoon.
don't want to talk about this.
Oh, that's right. Because it gets
No,
embarrassing.
Yes.
Wait, whoa, that's the best part. What happens?
No, we're not going to talk about this.
Your mom had a beautiful blue dress on, just a beautiful blue dress. And we went to one bar, and there's only one bar.
There's only one bar, and they had a party for us.
They had a party there
We
for
had
us.
gone home to where we were living, and Pat Dunphy came in with a bottle, and he wouldn't leave.
Bottle of
he forgot
champagne.
we got married,
So
he
we had
decided
to
he was
drink
gonna
that.
stay. So and then we went to the party.
Bar, went to
They
the
had a
bar,
party.
we had to drink there.
They had a concert on the lawn, so when we came out of the president's house, all the students were out there, and there was a big rock concert.
Big, yeah. And then
So it was kind of fun.
we
But,
went
you
to
know,
Ogilvy Park.
We don't need to tell anyone.
we went to
that
Ogilvy
story.
Park to.
Why? You
We don't need to tell
you're
anyone
ruining the best part.
story.
Keep
We don't
going.
need to
Keep
tell
going.
We
anyone
went,
story.
we went to Ogilvy Park.
Yay!
Which was right down the road between
Wilson's
Wheeling
Lodge.
and Bethany, and beautiful. We had a little cabin with a fireplace. It
No, we
was.
didn't. We had a room.
Oh, we had a room.
Yeah.
We had a room. We
in
had a
the
nice
lodge.
room in the lodge.
I can remember that.
And your mother had this beautiful blue dress on. And,
I had a
and when we
nice
got there,
massage.
there was another bottle of champagne waiting for us. My dad had sent us and
I don't
congratulatory.
think we drank that. I don't think I made it there.
You drank some because.
I did?
Anyway, we
I don't
drank that,
remember.
and then
I don't remember anything.
we hadn't eaten. And I told Susan.
And we had a nice
You
reservation,
stay
a
right-
really nice
You
place.
stay right here, and I'll go get us something from the kitchen. So I ran off, and when I came back, your mom was passed. She was down, and so I
I
tried
wasn't
to.
down, I just fell forward. I smashed my corsage. My face
Smashed your corsage face first. She's down. I tried to rouse her and could not be
Wow,
roused.
it's
So,
too much liquor.
so my wedding night.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Wedding night was
I
little
remember
lonely.
about 3 in the
Actually.
morning. You woke me up and said you want something to eat. I said no. I remember you saying I'm going to Arby's.
wasn't much going on in my wasn't much going on in my room. All right, so that
Wait a
was
minute. Wait a minute.
We
Wait a
never
minute.
told you that story.
Your wedding night consisted of Dad going to Arby's.
Yeah, it was sad.
my wife was passed.
Well, he was
passed.
late for the wedding, so that's what you get.
That's what you
So,
get.
so I've been paying for it ever since.
But,
Paying
yeah,
for it
that
ever
was
since.
that was sad.
Can we get a
Although
deal with
everybody-
Arby's?
The wedding itself was really beautiful. It's too bad that, you know.
Oh God.
Well, we've been awfully disappointed as of late that the co-functional podcast hasn't been going on because of co-optional podcast hasn't been happening because of John
yeah.
and now Dodger. So I don't know whether this is something that's ever crossed the public's mind, but if you'd like for Mrs. Cox and I
No,
to be involved in the
nobody ever
podcast.
thought of
You
that.
would know. You would have no clue
You
what
have
to
no
talk
clue
about.
what to talk about. You don't know anything about video games.
Absolutely right. But I'm sure that I could entertain a crowd for 3 hours. I'm sure.
I don't
Given an
think
opportunity.
so.
I don't think so.
Given an
think
opportunity,
so.
I would like to try.
I don't think so.
I'd like to try.
Why?
Good man. Good man.
Why?
So I can have practice in for when Uncle Wormy goes national.
Oh, you're going national.
I'm going big time. And we will, there'll be more of that
You
posted.
created a monster.
There'll be more of that later.
God. He in one video he went through the cycles of being on YouTube. At first, where you get on, you're very excited, and you're like, "Hey guys, it's me, it's my new channel," and then someone notices something about you that then you become nervous about the tooth, right? And then he became embarrassed about the tooth, and he was like, "Oh, all my videos suffer now because all I think about is my tooth." And then he got over it real quick, and then he became popular, and then he got an ego. That's YouTube in a
I'm
nutshell.
ready.
over,
I'm
huh?
ready.
Oh, God, help us.
You got that ego now.
I'm ready.
Oh.
I'm ready. I thought about it. I've been thinking about it a lot now, and I think I'm ready. I think I've been looking for
Good luck
something to
with
do
that.
during my
Good luck with
retirement,
that.
and I think this would be appropriate.
Good luck.
You
Good luck
need
with
to
that.
stay in your garden.
Boy, I have some. Did I tell you about my tomato? I had a red tomato before the 4th of July.
Damn it!
It was beautiful. Beans, I got frozen fresh beans, flash frozen beans, green beans.
All the time, huh? Is this?
I got beautiful peppers. You haven't seen my peppers. They're nice. I got sweet banana peppers. I got beautiful green peppers, just beautiful peppers. Green beans, I've already mentioned. I got cucumber, and I also have zucchinis that are growing.
I meditate a lot.
And I have beautiful blackberries. For those who like blackberries, I'm going to be making jams this year, probably out of my blackberries. Again, that's if you got worms, you can grow anything. I'm convinced of it.
All right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. And as always,
To be continued.
I didn't have to prompt them for that. You guys watch my stuff too much.
There you go, guys. Another Q&A with the parents. That is... We learned a lot today. A lot of stuff I didn't know. And now it's saved on the internet forever. I can't even begin to thank them enough for sitting down with me. It was hilarious. Hopefully you guys enjoyed just as much as the first time. The year of 1 million subs is off to a great start. Remember to thumbs up and subscribe and all that stuff. I don't even really know what to say anymore. My parents have the best stories.